Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, back with Operation Famine Crash, and honestly, this squad doesn't feel right to me. This is a very difficult terror mission with a Mach-X squad showing up. That's about the hardest mission I can imagine, to be honest. And this is not the best team I can imagine. In particular, this tech specialist stands out to me as someone who's not gonna do much. They aren't a sergeant yet, they aren't healing the spark, and that vastly limits how valuable they are to the team. I also think this Boltcaster's a meme. Like, I've actually twice now cut out me talking about how I'm just trying really hard to make a bad weapon interesting and viable. I feel like if I use my assault rifle instead, it takes a lot of pressure off of my field support, and more importantly, the aim on my medics is so bad that I'm just not getting very much value out of that gun in the first place. Now, in terms of what I bring as a replacement for my tech specialist, it's obviously going to be either a sapper or a combat specialist, combat engineer rather. I'm gonna go with the sapper. My highest ranking sapper lying around, let's make utility items available. My highest ranking sapper lying around is Ricochet Dance here. We'll definitely bring him along. We could bring the Boltcaster on him. His aim is just as bad, but he has other things he wants to do that actually matter a lot more than a tech specialist. I mean, like, this is just the same mistake, but I've reflavored it so my brain accepted it as different. Yeah, those are the exact same decision. There's no difference. My brain's just arbitrarily deciding that they're different when it's the same thing. So those are the two changes I think I want to make. Bring a sapper instead of a tech specialist. Stop memeing with the Boltcaster. And let's get in there. I am absolutely terrified of Mach-X because they just have guns that hit for like 8 damage right now, and yeah, that's more than our health. Alright, we're in a corner of the map. It looks like most of the civilians we need to save are out in this direction, at least the ones that decide to peek at us through fog of war. And we're going to start by scouting with our Reaper. It is why they're here, after all. They've got a pretty small detection radius, so I'm comfortable full blue moving to the edge of vision. Alright, what do we have? Viper with friends. Can't quite make it to the exact how I'd want to be on, but I can just get here where I know I'm not going to be revealed. Got full eyes on the pod, I imagine. Stun Lancer, Pathfinder, Purifier, Viper, and Trooper. Let's take a look at the Pathfinder abilities. All they have is stupid high mobility. Their guns actually deal, despite having good aim, only 3 damage. Sorry, 2 damage, 3 on a crit. The main thing they do is they just move around super aggressively. They're hard to kill because of this health and this armor. Very scary units, but unlikely to kill you on the first shot at least. Stun Lancers, we all know. Let me check if there's anything I don't know about Vipers. I imagine not. Bind and Crush, Poison Spit, Tongue Pull. Yeah, that's what I thought Vipers did. Now, I could run forward this turn, but I can't reach them with this anyway. The issue is that, like, after a couple of tiles we reveal, no matter what we do. I think I want to pull by grappling up here with Careless Rambler, actually. I've been debating how to do this for a little while, and I think Careless Rambler free action pulling, so we have the most information going into the rest of this, is the best thing we can do. So let's just see where they are. I'm hoping they come towards me. If they scatter backwards, it's terrifying. Alright, that's not quite where I wanted to see the Pathfinder, but it's very hard to reveal Midnight Emperor here, no matter how much the game wants to. Now, it looks like we have some people in range of kinetic strikes. I don't really want to kinetic strike the Purifier, but the Advent Stun Lancer and the Snake are great targets. The Stun Lancer is the best target because it's actually perfectly killing it, so let's start with that. Come on, don't fail me now. Good start.
Threat eliminated.
And now our tank is being waved in front of them as target practice, where we've cleared up this body block so we can run forward on our Marine. There's no flanks available from this half cover. And what I would like to do is arrange a cannon suppression that's going to hatch both of these. I'm not actually using a cannon, which is going to make this a lot worse. Coincidentally, from exactly where I am, I'm just barely able to do this. But I think even moving to here probably ruins that possibility. So we need to make new plans involving killing the Pathfinder, which, you know, isn't a bad thing. I don't mind killing the Pathfinder. Let's sprint hard down on Dark Horse and see if we can't just get a grenade right to them. It's a little bit short. I'm not too surprised by that, but I was hoping. We do have a flank here, though. If we could just land that shot, that would be pretty solid. Damn shame. Does the armor negate stock damage? It should. Yes, glad to see that works the same way for them. Gonna swing to the side here on my sapper. I could just drop a poison grenade on him. Oh, actually, with where I position my units around this guy, this is pretty bad for me. Although, thinking about it, destroying the cover that my Reaper's using on the right has no ill effects whatsoever. I'm just, like, completely fine with doing that. So, yeah, go for it. Unless that thing explodes. It doesn't look like the sort of thing that explodes. It better not explode. Good. We don't want to get on the car anymore, but we can't just drop down somewhere else. We cannot see him from inside the van, unfortunately. And the part that can see him is too far back for us to get to in one move. I'll just drop to here and take the shot. It's better to reload somebody's gun, but that requires somebody to be in range to reload. And that is something we can do. We're going to run forward on Tycoon, suppress the Viper, and then reload his gun with the field support. Just the action economy puzzles that you get from having field supports in your game feel really good. It doesn't actually do that much. The total net positive actions you're getting from these reloads is honestly not that huge, but it's really engaging and fun to play with. You feel like you're getting a lot more out of it than you actually are, I think. Would have been nice to land that, but we still have additional chances. Oh, does Gentle Blade just have the guarantee on this? Yeah, let's stop screwing around and take that. Sorry, I just forgot I had a Templar on the mission. Bear with me. I'm gonna be upfront with you. Instead of eating lunch today, I just had a slice of cheesecake, which is not how adult humans are supposed to function, and it might be affecting my thought process just a little bit. Probably should have eaten real food, but we're gonna play this mission out before we take a break to eat properly. I don't want to fall super far back. Every time I make plays like this with my Templar, the next turn I'm like, oh no, I can't stab anybody because I'm so far away. Look how safe my Templar is by not participating. So I don't want to do that. The Viper doesn't really have great flanks, I would think. I'm just gonna fall back one tile, that's all. That's enough to have cover. Renegade Coyote sadly doesn't have the fun meme gun, he just has the responsible adult gun instead. I'm just gonna hop into full cover. I don't want to cluster up with anyone else too much because of that Purifier. And I'm gonna try to use the stun. Or maybe not, because the stun sucks. Well, so do the normal shots. I could have done like an adrenaline rush to some bear and taken the same shot, but slightly better. I'm just firing the Stun Lancer because Overwatch sucks. I probably should have Overwatched, but I never fire the Stun Lancer. I really should eat, shouldn't I? Man, that's clearly affecting me. Alright, let's see it, Snake. What do you have? 16% still higher than I want to see, I'll be honest with you. What I'm really concerned about is I can't recall if Mach X drops immediately, or if they're going to drop imminently. Oh wow, that's fucking rude! How dare you! He just took the single target incendiary grenade. He was like, man, I am a Purifier, I suck, the only way I contribute is by throwing an incendiary grenade. Which is right. If I were playing a Purifier, that's exactly what I would do, but I'm very upset the AI did it. Somebody's just climbing shit over here. Could you stop running for your life and let us play? We have an avid officer over here taking shots. He has a Bio Trooper and a Frost Priest amongst others, I'm sure. Okay. Fucking... How much damage was that? Jesus. Shredded my armor, dealt 3 damage. Not a fan. Move into full cover and hunker here. This will be a decent position maybe for rockets in the next turn. Normally I would just want to like mech punch this trooper. Just take the shield bash. But honestly I don't think it's good enough. Well, first on my scout I guess. I'm going to blue move out here. I'm very confident we're killing the trooper at some point during all of this. Just want to get more eyes on what's going on this side. Nothing so far. Let's try again. There we go. I think that was 2 pods, because I saw a sectoid and an officer there. Yeah, we've got reinforcements incoming, it's happening immediately. Imminent's the one where it doesn't happen yet. I can see enough now to be confident that I don't pull when I do this, which I think means it's worth doing. If we miss here, we probably spend everyone else trying to kill the Viper and use the Templar to clean up. But we don't need to do that. That's very helpful for us. Generally speaking, I don't use my grenades on my Marines that much. They're staying in the back and doing other stuff. So an opportunity to throw a grenade here with any degree of meaningful value is really nice. I'm not worried about hitting the tree. Trees never go down. This isn't even a sapper. Those trees are fine. Like, the top halves aren't, but the part we care about, they're fine. And now that that's down, I can just... Is 6 actually enough that my Templar can one-tap him? Not guaranteed. So I'd like to use a shotgun. Here's the sapper.
What's over there?
84. Is he not in cover on the right side of the tree? It feels like he should be, but I'll take it.
On the margins.
And that gives us the guaranteed kill with the temp. That's why he's not in cover. Dame just robbed him. I mean, he was dead either way because we're setting this up to be guaranteed, but... Alright. Second side. Oh, this part of the tree is going too. That's no good. 1 second, let me save and reload so the tree comes back. The tree is still not here. Well, Dark Horse might get shot with a pistol, and it will be incredibly unfair, but what can you do? I'm gonna move my Templar to the right. I don't pull here. Well, I mean, if I'm moving forward anyway, I can just get behind Fiber Giant, right? Careless Rounder wants to reload guns and sprint forward. Well, there's a shortage of guns around to reload. Okay, so that tree is gone, but whatever this is still here. XCOM, you crazy. What the hell, man? Just gonna run the medic up as far as they can. Field support can get to here. Maybe not the best thing to do. This might get them on fire, though. I am just gonna swing hard right on the support. I don't really know where to put them. We're just positioning for a fight where we're not really sure what it's against. We just know it's going to be a lot, and it's going to be very dangerous. Here's the Mock-X squad. Let's see them. We have a Scion on the team. We have a Sniper. Snipers are terrifying. Grenadier. And the last one's an Assault. Possibly the scariest team imaginable. The class they're missing is a Specialist. Oh, you have Yellow Alert Stasis. That's very fun. I'm really happy to see that. Alright, joke's on you. I thought you were hitting my Templar, and I was way more upset about that. I don't want to run that Overwatch. It's kind of a lot. Just stop lighting Dark Horse on fire, please. Alright, cool. We'll hunker down again. Their hit chance considers cover, which is why I'm so tilted, because if the tree was there, they'd probably have dodged. There's kind of a lot of shit back there, isn't there? Thank God for civilians to run Overwatches. I feel safer now. Were you Overwatched? What's happening? We're playing things way out of order. Yeah, exactly. I might have to speed it up. The game seems like it's hung pretty hard on that one. I might uninstall the civilian overhaul. I feel like in terror missions, I get so many hangs when civilians are running around, and it's happening a lot more with that overhaul. Did that guy die? No, they dodged, barely. Honestly, the tree's still not here. Jesus Christ. I can get back to where the Marine was. The Marine can go to full cover. Fall back to here. Medic, put out their fire, please. I like Dark Horse being alive. Alright, Dark Horse is topped up again. I can Adrenaline Rush and do other stuff if I want to. The big thing is this AoE suppression. Who are we hitting? We can catch... Oh, we just barely can't get both edges. Oh, we can. We just barely can. We can get the entire Exalt squad. No, one of them's missing. Based on you being in the back, yep, that's the Sniper. That's the one I'm most scared of, to be honest. But we can get everyone else and the Soldier and the Heavy suppressed.
Enemy lockdown.
If you're ever doing something like that where it's super precise, I'm sure I've said this before, use spacebar to initiate the command, otherwise clicking the mouse will probably move the pixel enough to not get it. Now, we need to start by reloading that gun so he actually has the ammo to shoot them all. Fun fact, if there was a 5th guy, we physically could not suppress them all because we'd run out of bullets after 4 shots, even with a full gun. Now, this guy in the back is a sniper, but they have enough health to survive pretty much anything I do. Where's my sapper at? I think they're pretty goddamn far away. Yeah. The explosion on purifiers is 2 tiles, so if I drop anyone in here with them, they take the shot. There's probably some Pathfinder flanks against Ricochet, but he has 7 health and a point of armor. So I think I do this to start moving him towards the main fight. We're probably dropping a smoke on us. There's actually not like a concentrated group of us. Our cover is too spread out for smokes to really do a whole lot. I'm gonna drop it on Dance then, and consider the cover on that rock to be better. Anyway, Dance, if you could just like high roll super hard on an incredible crit, that would be great. Ow. You would think the smoke grenade would help, but still 55. I don't like that animation order. I prefer return fire when it actually returns and not when it just does it. If I'm not doing this, then what am I doing? I'm using Adrenaline Rush to get the same shot but better. Sounds fantastic. I just smoked that area. The flank isn't real. Alright, please don't miss. Thank you. If someone had to find a grenade on that, that would have been so much worse for us. We have our Reaper, our Scout, and our Combat Engineer. Sorry, our Reaper, who is a Scout, our Templar, and our Field Support. Don't know why I said Combat Engineer. I can drop here, mostly out of line of sight, and chuck a grenade over to blow this up. If this enemy's a faceless, it goes horribly wrong. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Maybe going for high ground here to get sick flanks next turn. That honestly kind of feels right. What's my Templar doing? That's the real question. Who are you stabbing? Because if you're not getting a valuable stab, then we should be doing something else. Like, yes, we can kill this heavy. The important thing to consider, though, is after we kill this heavy, what happens? My Templar and my Reaper, despite being like powerhouse units in the late game, are just really struggling to find relevant spots on this mission. I'm gonna drop here and chuck a grenade over to guarantee the kill on this soldier. Glad you weren't a faceless, because things get real awkward if you are. You don't have grenades, what the fuck am I talking about? I do have line of sight to the heavy, but at this point we're just sort of committed to Operation Get on High Ground and Take Shots, which, you know, there were better ways to do this than actually got on the high ground this turn, if that's what we're doing. But at least there's no justifiable reason for anyone to run over here and detect them, so they're safe doing their flank thing. I've reloaded, I can use my free blue move to get there. We can holo target somebody. I feel like the closest one is just the one that makes the most sense to holo target. Maybe I should have went for the guy with 9 health instead. I'm gonna go for this stab and then drop over the edge to where my, what do they call it? My Reaper is. Brain's just really scattered. Should have eaten. And now we're just going to leave. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I thought that pod was already pulled. I forgot they existed. And because of me putting my Reaper in bad spots, I wasn't able to remember that they did exist. At least I'm mostly out of sight on my Templar, but let's see it. What is happening on my left? Things are animating weird. Stasis ended. Okay. He's a tank. It's what he's here for. We're fine. Didn't even touch him. God, imagine how much harder the game is when you're not using fucking Pioneers. That's actually so game warping. Do I have to undo Pioneers? Because with any other Spark, even if you have like an Infiltrator healing itself in the front like this, like they'd be at serious risk of death. They'd be taking for you, yeah, but not to this degree. I don't know, man. I feel like there's gonna be a tremendous disparity in difficulty in my missions between Pioneers and not Pioneers. Even with all the nerfs. But like, look at this shit. Until they upgrade their guns, their minimum damage isn't high enough to get through the armor unless somebody shreds it. And later on, when like Spark Mechs start showing up and they have plenty of options for shredding armor, it'll be different. You are trying to find some way to refuel that Reaper, aren't you, game? I just want to play it out with Pioneers. I want to see if I can get them in a position where they feel balanced. Because what they're doing that's so strong is fundamental. It's not that they're too good at killing. The reason I think they're a balance concern is because, oh, to hell with you. My Templar's just basically been neutered. The reason I think they're a balance concern is this. There are so many active enemies, but I'm just able to be okay because I have the Pioneer. I know that they're going for him, and I'm relatively okay. Really? Only a 39? God damn it. Yeah, it is great cover for them. It makes sense he would go for it. Every single time I do anything with Reapers or anyone in individual concealment in this campaign, it feels like this happens immediately. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. Guaranteed hit is not something I like seeing from enemy units.
Moderate damage detected.
I'm sorry, AP rounds? That's one way to hurt him. Jesus Christ.
Not even close.
All right. So, I'm glad everyone else has miserable shots against this. I need to get my Reaper the hell out of there. 14 active, huh? This is a good summary of how things have went wrong. With everyone stacked right here, I'd have a hard time explaining why I'm not taking this incinerator. In fact, I'd have a hard time explaining why I'm not taking this incinerator twice with overdrive. The first part of that equation is getting a grenade on them, and we can absolutely manage that from here. So let's get started fixing this situation. Come on, Fiber Giant, be the hero we need. Also, we need to deal with that sniper. The reality is Fiber Giant might just take a second shot and go into death, because he's not a sergeant yet. That's real worrisome. We need to find a solution to them. There's no other way around it. If that soldier stays alive, it could very well mean the death of my Spark. Oh, you're heavy all the way in the back? That's fine. All I did was eyeball it to make sure it wasn't any of these units that dealt massive damage that was on Overwatch. Now that that's dealt with, Ricochet can move forward. He might get flanked. I really don't care. Very low priority for me on him. This is an incredible grenade. And we need this for the accuracy that removing all this cover is going to give to our Sparks Incinerator. AP rounds, huh? Mach-X is using some really powerful tools that I thought only I got. Maybe they're as terrifying as my Pioneer is, and it's okay. It's a distant maybe, though, let's be honest.
Targets neutralized.
Alright, I'd rather kinetic strike something for my last action. Why am I still at 2? Oh, I have a reflex move, that's what it is. Where's my combat engineer? I know they're having a bad time wherever they are. All the way back here. Nowhere near relevant rocket range. You might just be sprinting this turn, wow. I'm gonna be moving forward on Kangaroo.
It is clear.
And I'm gonna just suppress that sniper in the back if I can. There's nowhere else he can really move to, so I just have to do this every time. And I do have eyes on that sniper, who is easily the most dangerous target I won't be dealing with this turn. I can do this, take out that other trooper and the,
I think I need some help.
that's the stasis effect going off. I only realized what it was when I saw people talking about it in mod discussions. Spec Ops durability is a bleed-out timer. The same way my soldiers can go down and not actually die, that's what they're doing. It makes so much more sense now that I understand it as that. Before it was just like the weirdest gameplay mechanic in the world and I didn't understand why it was happening. I can grapple up to the high ground over here, which is definitely going to be the most relevant thing I'm doing on Careless Rambler because I can move forward, chuck a grenade, do some stuff. If I stay back here, I'm not able to be flanked from anywhere. Actually, I have the kill on Isabel here. So what do I really need to be shooting or throwing grenades at down here? I think my Templar is going to stab here and then just fall back to roughly the same spot. I don't have to. I can take a guaranteed kill with a grenade here. My Templar can stab no one else anyway, so that sort of narrows down the options. Midnight Emperor needs to leave. That's not necessarily true. They need to shadow fall. Actually, I can rend the officer, I just can't see him because I'm blind. I can test this by blue moving forward.
They're shifting their attack!
And now I can rend him, yeah. So I can move up here on Midnight Emperor and Shadowfall Isabel, going into stealth, which is actually the safest thing I can possibly do here. You don't have eyes on that, is what you're telling me. You are stepping out to here, and yeah, it's not in line. It's an angle that I can imagine, but not one the game is giving us. Can we get some damage from somebody on this soldier to allow the kill? We currently have the stab. It's not very good, though. It's, 5 out of 12. 9, we need 3 more. And while we have that with a grenade, we can't do it with our Templar and the blast radius. Do I just bandage throw? Is that ever right? Probably not. I'm so upset that I didn't check this for line of sight. Renegade Coyote is comically far out of the way and unable to participate. So they just need to be getting in position. Honestly, I'm so upset about this move. Because there's a million other places I could have went. I could have just like moved right here instead. And I'd have had the line of sight I needed to take the shot. Wait a second. I don't have a reflex action left here. I have a normal action left here. Because I used my reflex action automatically earlier when I was moving, I guess. Okay. That means I have a kinetic strike. I've only got 2 targets for it, though. My accuracy's kind of shit because of overdrive. So it doesn't really help me. I think I just hunkered down for the first time ever. Just don't die, buddy. God, I messed that corner up so badly. I can swing here, I'll be in full cover, but I won't have angles on anything relevant. I can take an overwatch.
Absolutely.
Dark Horse can get a little bit closer. But again, I've got a 20% to save the day. 1 in 5, baby. Holy shit. I was talking about how to like fall back in my head. I was like, alright, anyway, so next we go to here, I guess. I was gonna start looking at this terrain and trying to retreat. But you goddamn champion, Dark Horse. They actually dealt so much damage that I might not be able to Shadowfall. They're too damn good.
For the Templars!
Yeah, no Shadowfall here, we're just killing them outright. Alright, sure. Sure, guys. I appreciate you carrying my bad plays. If I had just moved here, everything works fine. When I'm distracted and thinking too much and talking too much, I don't do basic things like check these line of sight indicators. Anyway, this person's dead. Now that we've cleared that up, we're finally free to take the kill here. We can't get the full cover there, we're just gonna drop back into like limited line of sight, half cover one way, full cover the other. And I'm just falling all the way back on Midnight Emperor. There's nothing else I can do that's remotely close to safe on them. Burnt to death? Absolutely brutal. Oh, cool, there's another unit over there. Are we pulling them? Did you find a way to see me? I think they're pulling one at a time right now, I just don't know why. Also, that's like an 8-man pod, what the hell? Okay, I guess we pulled that. I'm not really sure when or how, but okay. I'm guessing that Pathfinder on the roof was a small part of that pod. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I have no idea how many are active. It feels like the rest of the map just decided to pull. There's a lot going on back there. I do think Pathfinders might be slightly too highly weighted. Based on the number I've seen this mission, there's just a lot of them. Like, normally I make notes like, oh, these weights seem like they need to be adjusted a little bit. Come on, you're fine, right, Pioneer? You're a goddamn tank. But what I was saying is with Pathfinders, there's such an aggressively large number of them in the first mission they were available. Oh, I don't like that. You just turned off my suppression. Or maybe not, the game's unsure. But with all of these Pathfinders, I do feel like an immediate change is warranted.
Weapons fire.
Shoot the Pioneer again. Thank you. He's just able to soak all of these shots with his armor because they don't have any tools to shred it with. It's gross. 0% shot, so it didn't matter who he was aiming at, I guess. Looks like the suppression was still in effect based on that. Okay, Midnight Emperor, you're technically fine. Stop panicking. I'm gonna throw you a band-aid. Just put it on your little boo-boo and you'll be okay. Hang out in the shadows and be edgy for like 4 turns and then shoot, okay? Don't take any risks. I got Kinetic Strike now. My explosive should be much closer into range. I should be way closer to able to use a rocket. I can toss this towards the officer and the priest. 1.76 tiles of scatter. This is always doing something on the right flank. Honestly, if I can get a little bit closer so that I can aim this at the second story of the building next turn, that might do a lot. And I think I'll be able to do that from here. We need to deal with this person. They have to go down. And I don't have any means with which to do that. I've used all my grenades here. You're not getting reloaded by anyone, so you're reloading yourself. And that means you're going to be shooting and suppressing a single target yourself. I can just keep suppressing the sniper, trade my actions for theirs. Gentle Blade can get working aggressively on dealing with this flank. Just take out that. Fall back immediately. I can finish off Isabel, but it hardly matters. I can take this higher ground position and chuck another grenade, but again, it doesn't really matter. We're just... This no man's land in the middle, this sucks. And we've split ourselves up, but it's not feeling detrimental. It's just feeling like there's a lot over here focusing on our Pathfinder, on our Pioneer rather. Pathfinder's on the brain at the minute. I'm gonna drop my last grenade, my gas grenade, on the sniper. That just seems like the sensible thing to do. He's got a friend. My spark's immune to it, so I can go for a kinetic strike to kill him afterwards. This seems like the thing to do. It also gets the kill on that other guy who's hanging out with him. Oh no, that's a biotrooper. He'll actually live. He'll take damage from the grenade, but he won't be poisoned.
I'm gonna be sick.
Now, Giants, are you able to save the day? We have an 84 kinetic strike here. If you kill her, you're fine. And if you're next to her, she's gonna be really inaccurate, so you should also be fine. Can't really see what's happening through all the particle effects, but it wasn't good for us. We did punch out the fence. That's actually why I wanted to be back here. 2 reasons. 1, maybe punch out the fence. 2, don't give them cover towards us. We got half of it done. We do have good shots on her now.
On the move. They're flanking us.
I think I just take the shot on the injured person over here, which is pretty rude. I may as well move to here first and get slightly back. This doesn't have line of sight. We did this last turn. It's fine. I'm trying to kill the heavy. It's alright. We were never killing anyone this turn on you to begin with. That in a row is now what we're doing here. Finish them off. And I think at this point we've cleared enough on this side that we can probably fall back to here. Not that we're actually able to get there because we're frostbitten. So just drop in the corner again. Look over this edge and see if anything's going on. I honestly kind of just want to stay here and overwatch in case something stupid happens, but I know I should be moving forward and actually helping. But also, I know that what's going to happen is the officer's going to, like, just sprint to here and see her immediately. Or him, rather. This is honestly mostly okay. It's just the inside of the building on that pod we pulled just now that makes it feel terrible. I'm going to move up on Renegade Coyote and take the shot that she has. It's not great, but there's nothing else to do on him. Oh, that's not that Mach X I thought you could see. I thought I had a little bit more vision. I'm just out of range, unfortunately. I'm still taking the shot. We want to kill them eventually before they get evac and take their gun away.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Up here, we can push forward like I was talking about earlier on Dark Horse, get the rocket against the second story for next turn. Unfortunately, there appears to be some logs in my way, preventing me from doing anything relevant. But I can chuck a mine on those logs in case anyone thinks they're allowed to use them as cover. I can flamethrow the Pathfinder, and that just sounds good. It's got a decent chance of killing in 1. Burning is inflicted, so as long as it doesn't roll 0, he's dead. We tried to take out the sniper here. Maybe I should have suppressed instead.
Got me.
Is that Spec Ops or are they actually still up? I think they're actually still up, but Poison ticks and gets them. This Faceless finally got bored and they're coming for us. I have never cared less about civilians in a mission before. Poison ticks and Spec Ops kicks in, apparently. Already seen that happen. Stop pulling back to the car! We're good. We know it's on fire. That ridiculous cannon sound effect, though. If they weren't quite so common, I would love them. I need to tune them down even more than I already have, apparently. I don't feel like their numbers are that crazy, but I'm willing to bet they're set to like 20 or something, and everyone else is at like 6 based on how many I'm seeing. That I was balancing them like they were a late game Muton and not like they were an early game Advent Trooper. Once again, landing for numbers that are not greater than 3 armor. They need to learn to throw grenades or get guns that shred. It's a really interesting balance puzzle, isn't it? Trying to figure out exactly what amount of tankiness lets the Pioneer do his job without feeling OP. You know, sometimes burning rolls for 0. It's alright, he shot the Pioneer. We'll just let him keep burning and hope it rolls better next time. Is he using the grenade? Nope, we're good. He's killing his own team. Or trying to. Oh wait, are you actually doing it? Are you gonna keep running and try to reveal her? Thank God. We're good there, thank God.
The enemy chases
I think we've made it through. I think our tank has done his job. Yep. He just has enough armor to get through everything. Except for AP rounds from a mag sniper rifle. There are definitely enemies that are a threat to him, and there are definitely ways for him to not be a tank. But at this point in the campaign, if you rush a spark and take first perk blast armor, it turns out to be pretty gross. And it looks like we needed pretty gross to get through this. I'm thinking my campaign might be a little bit overtuned. Because honestly, if I didn't have what's feeling like an overtuned Pioneer here, I'm not sure how we handle it. Now, this is the turn we're going to take our rocket if we're taking one. Unfortunately, it's looking like there's a lot of civilians and not very many people in the second story windows. I was thinking that we're going to have people just like lined up in here shooting at us. That's not what happens. So we're just going to take the best rocket we've got, which, like honestly, they kind of all suck. It's this one, I guess. I think this is the best rocket I have. Get that priest and officer killable, break in Overwatch. It also completely cleans that right flank, which is really nice. Don't worry about Emma. Emma's not a real person. We have good intelligence saying she was a faceless. You don't need to feel any guilt for that. So now we just need to finish these two off. And it seems like our hero unit should be able to do that quite easily. Provided they can actually get line of sight on them and land their shots. That shouldn't be too hard. Thank you, Peek from Concealment, by the way. I'm just so happy it's back, even though it's so abusable. It feels so much better to play the game with Peek from Concealment. This will reveal because I only have one shadow stack. But if I shoot with a pistol, it won't reveal because that only needs one shadow stack to stay concealed. Take him out. Yep, it still has the little hood icon, and our Templar can mop up the priest.
My strike surges forth.
After the hit, I'm not quite sure where I'm going. I guess just this full cover. I don't know for sure that no one else is around. This feels a little bit safer. I'm gonna go here instead. That does feel better. Alright. Small break, but I think we've got this handled. I think we're thoroughly in control at this point. God bless Pioneers. So the Pathfinder can't be killed with a shotgun ship because he has armor, but I should just be able to move around to their side and finish him
I
off.
guess that'll be okay.
Actually, because he has armor, I've got a 50% graze chance, which likely reduces my damage to 2 and is then negated by the armor. Armor is really tough against shotguns now, but I think this is still hitting for 3 and killing him. Well, if it crits for 6, it definitely kills him. Can I throw more bandages to the same person? No one ever said I couldn't. So I may as well try. See if it stacks. Yeah, I got 2 instances of bandage throw. He's got all the band-aids. Get him back in the action a lot faster. That makes me like bandage throw a lot more now that I realize I can do that. May as well try to put her down.
Taking heavy fire.
Careless Rambler's just not a killer. Which is a shame, because right now what I really need is ruthless, cold-hearted killers. And at this point, yes, I am actually playing to kill them and make sure we get all of their gear. I'm not really afraid of losing anymore after seeing all of the actions they pumped into my Pioneer last turn and got nothing done with. Here, I can suppress targets. The Purifier is actually the biggest threat that I see, which might sound like nonsense, but he does have a throwable grenade. I'm sorry, there's a Stun Lancer. Let's go ahead and suppress the Stun Lancer on the roof. That is the sensible thing to do. Here, Kinetic Strike is down, Overdrive is down. There's 3 people in the kitchen. Oh man, this is like a living room. I can't make any jokes about getting out of the kitchen. Damn it. I can still, like, murder them. That's still pretty good, but it's not half as funny. Yeah, those are numbers. Oh hey, we hadn't pulled the whole map yet. There were more in the next room. Also, flamethrowers break walls. I'm sure he'll be fine. The man is seeming pretty impervious. The only thing we have to worry about is a grenade shredding his armor. Wait, are you new? Okay, no, good. I'd be legitimately confused if he was. Whoa, what is that? I thought that was like a 2 to 3 SMG type of gun. Wasn't that a normal Frost Trooper? Nice mine. It's a shame the suppression did nothing. It's also a shame the Stun Lancer did nothing. Apparently, my current Marine is set to 66% never shoot the gun from when he was fighting the Viper King, and I didn't think to check his numbers. I always think those reset to 0 at the start of the mission. I have no reason to think that. It just happens every time. Ah, shit, that's the grenade. Now we're in danger. We don't take damage in this, but losing that 3rd point of armor is tremendous in terms of how much damage per round it was negating. Roughly the number of enemies that are on the map. But if we dodge, which we have like 45% dodge chance, we'll still negate the whole shot. Yeah, sure, just dodge them all, man. Absolutely ridiculous. I did not think there was another pod behind that wall.
Incoming fire.
Man, this is stupid, isn't it? Actually, no. This is stupid because I rushed Sparks. I think that this is okay. It's stupid right now, but are you in range? That sucks. I'm sorry about that, Ricochet. I thought you were just out of range, and you were, except his melee range is like 3 tiles away. I thought it was 2. Alright, I feel completely fine then. I did not actually know they had 3 tile range. I thought it was only 2. Yeah, okay then. I think this is okay. In one more force level, we start seeing Sparks and more soldiers with more grenades types, and the Advent mechs are able to actually shoot us and shred our armor with their basic gun. And this gets so much less viable. We rushed a Spark, immediately got blast padding, and it's doing disgusting things now. But as you can see, it's still got risk to it. Like, it still has the ability to fail. It's not literally invincible. And this is the reward for rushing a strategy. I think that we might be somewhere close to the realm of balance. Now, I like you being alive a lot, and I don't have the money to build a new one. I can move here and flamethrow the Biotrooper. I can move here and blast canister both of them. I kind of just want to, like, flat sprint away. I kind of just want to leave. Like, go hide in the 2nd story of the building on the other side to make sure he doesn't die. Because 3 damage is very dealable. But there are 11 active still, so things are a bit spooky. I guess first things first, where's the Templar? You have a 1 target and it poisons you. Give him this mine and just leave. We're not fighting the Faceless this turn. Going to move back and take the shot in the open against the Stun Lancer. Actually, it has more mobility than us. It's going to catch us. Shit. We're still taking this shot. It's our best kill against him. But we'd have to deal with the Faceless then. If we're dealing with the Faceless back here, what's our plan on the rest of this? We can grapple up to the top here finally. That grappling hook just seems so much better than the ones I've had on skirmishers. I feel like I was just like getting terrible grapples on the skirmishers and I'm blaming them falsely for it. I really hope that I can get a grenade from in here. I can if I drop here, like all the way in and just chuck the grenade. There's no holes in the wall to bring any threats to me. Yeah. And I know I don't need the grenade, but if I throw it like here, I can get the purifier in a kill position. I don't know why that's better than just hitting the biotrooper, honestly. Just get the guaranteed kill here. I'm overthinking things. They can also open up some sight lines for later with that. Like the one I just opened up on this flanked purifier, for instance. I think we're just trying to kill this faceless, which sucks. We do have some slightly less terrible attacks with our Templar. There's a 50% chance we hit for 6 and high roll a crit. So 5% of the time we can kill this, and then it explodes, which is not 2.5% of the time this kills. Otherwise, it's valuable throughput damage that gets our Templar where they need to be. Good, thank you. I'm glad you didn't manage to do that. Oh yeah, you do get shot in the head for this, I'm sorry, the purifiers were buffed. I can move out here, but there might be weird flanks on this. I honestly don't think there would be. I honestly think like we're just totally safe here. Unless there's somebody who's been hanging out on the second floor doing nothing. And there is not. I can move here and take Shadowfall for the guaranteed kill on that, what's his name? Purifier. And since it's something we have eyes on that does anything, we just take it. Was my Spark still next to him? I'm so bad at the game. I've never been punished before in my life. Why would that ever go wrong for me, Christ? Just coin flipped my Spark's life. If I had overdrive, I could like kinetic strike and then run away. I honestly think we're still running away on the Spark. I just don't see a way to keep it involved that's safe. Move here, shoot. Actually, just heal him and then shoot.
Settle down, you're fine.
I didn't realize the faceless were so fast. I thought I could just walk away from him like the Lost, but that's not the case. So we've got to try to get him down to like 2 health so that the regeneration doesn't outlive the mine. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, it's fine, but it's not good. Okay, that should be a kill. I don't think they regenerate for 4, right? Yeah, it regenerates for 2 and the mine kills it. We're good. Which only leaves Dark Horse, and as sick as Dark Horse is, I can get here. This Pathfinder's got the flank. Go to hell. They are so fast. I'm looking at move here, hunker. So I can like get in range for a good flamethrower next turn. Because really, there's nothing except for this Pathfinder flank to punish me. And even on a crit shot from a Pathfinder flank, it's just a wound, and we've already taken the wound. So I think this is right, even though it's vulnerable to that Pathfinder. And we always hunkered here, otherwise there's a huge risk of death. Now, interestingly, there might actually be a safe play to punch from here. Because from here, there's no line of sight in the windows. The only pieces of cover against this that can actually see it that I can see are right here, right here, right here, and right here. And this one actually shouldn't see it. There's only 3 pieces of cover total that see this. I won't be using Kinetic Strike 1 second. So I think we do this, because even if we miss, I'm pretty sure the maximum number of people that can shoot me here is like 2. Just because there's no line of sight. And I do need to be contributing on Fiber Giant. Unfortunately, he's not yet safe to leave. Oh no, I forgot to consider, what if we break that hole in the wall? I think he might be dead, folks. Despite going on and on about him being fucking invincible. Oh wait, we have distractions, we're good. Oh wait, that was me, that wasn't the Sibs. That was my Templar. Yeah, there was a crazy flank out the back. Ah, it's fine. Oh wow, there's a cactus there. Yeah, this is so much worse than I thought it was. Is he not dead? Because he deserves to be dead. I fucked up. Oh my god. Okay, so I was right in theory. It's very hard to get lines of sight to here. I'm a little bit surprised at this flank. It's a good flank. I honestly wasn't aware this lined up like that. What a train wreck of a mission. Eat before you play. Jesus Christ. I've got reflex. Sorry, I'm urgently aware that I have somewhere to be. Goodbye. I'll see you all never. Let me just calmly open the door. I honestly thought he was gonna Kool-Aid man himself through the wall. We're gonna need to move other people up to get eyes on this so we can figure out where my Templar even attacks. Ricochet has nothing. Everyone's guns out here is just empty. It's been such a fucking brawl. Where on earth is Careless Rambler right now? Can you... They cannot quite get here. They should step up to here and have no lines of sight. They need to be stepping into the open door to see anything. I'm not betting a life on this. Even if I'm wrong, nothing bad really happens. I do have a flank shot on a trooper in here. Hilariously, it's the one that's dead to the explosive canister anyway, which is good because we didn't actually shoot him. Midnight Emperor, I need you running around, scouting, contributing in some way. Dark Horse, I actually aggressively moved you up, specifically because I knew I needed this shit. By moving here, I'm actually incredibly safe.
On my way.
Surprisingly. There's a slight issue of not being able to see the guy, but I can just chuck a grenade. It is like the last explosive on my team, but I don't really have the ability to play slow here. These last 4 enemies are pretty big threats on account of all the serious wounds my team has taken. Midnight Emperor can't go here because the sectoid will just move here and see him immediately. We all know that's gonna happen. I think reloading my guns might be overrated. I just run forward with the expectation that Careless can reload them for us. Certainly there's no real reason to reload them now. And there's actually not a safe flank against this, because that fence is down. Double check that. He's 1 tile short of a safe flank. So yeah, we can take this line here. What do we have active? We have Sectoid Trooper, Pathfinder. I think one of them's a Bio Trooper, so clustering too tightly could be really bad. Okay, so our best chance of living on the Templar isn't actually to break line of sight. It's to fall back to this full cover. We come over to Coyote, we use Adrenaline Rush on him as well, and we sprint up to the man to heal him. Or sorry, the woman to heal her. And that gets them safe enough to keep fighting. There is sadly no one on XCOM who's capable of healing a spark yet, so they just have to make do with what they've got. I'll just be running out wide on Midnight Emperor, trying to get in a better position for next round. Kangaroo Tycoon. I can move forward in Overwatch, it's never going to do anything though, so why bother? Just run forward for next round. And these last 4 should struggle pretty hard to get a kill. They might get some wounds though, especially this Pathfinder wants the suicide flank. Which he does, what a dick! Yeah, just throw your life away to deal 4 damage to Ricochet. It's not like your gun even kills on a crit. Incredibly BM. Sectoid getting in the BM mindset and just killing civilians? Alright, sure. Yeah, just like take a 35% to kill after throwing your life away on the suicide flank. Ricochet did not deserve to be dead there. That was nonsense. Like, that's what I get for saying they probably can't get a kill. They just immediately take the suicide flank. Like, even killing his target, he's still flanked. I saw this position, I was just like, it's a Pathfinder. It has other cover and other places it can move to and not be flanked. But it turns out Pathfinders have AI that prefers the suicide flank, probably intentionally. And now I know this. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Well, we'll need new sappers. It's not like Ricochet was that good in the first place, but I really liked his name and aesthetic. Who's left that's a major threat? Biotrooper, Sectoid Soldier, Advent Trooper. Advent Trooper is not a major threat at all. We've got the kill here, guaranteed. And we can't target anything else, we just always take this rend.
Strike for my people.
A mission this sloppy deserves to have some deaths in it, but not that one. Hop the fence, take the shot. You stay out of it. You can't really participate, but you can be relevant. Reload his gun. They're not quite in range, but that can be fixed. Move up. Go back to Careless Rambler. Toss him the ammo. There we go. Now I think Kangaroo Tycoon still has a grenade, so I'll just use that to break the armor anyway. I'm not happy about Dance being dead. He just didn't deserve it at all. There are so many people who could have died in so many situations where it would have been fine, but Ricochet was just nonsense. If all of this fails, then we can eventually just say screw it and go in with Dark Horse. But there should be someone else somewhere else that can solve it. That Biotrooper is not a threat of a flank anywhere. I can just take this position, we're fine. Midnight Emperor has flank shots on the Sectoid, which is neat and all, but not particularly relevant. It looks like we're probably taking the shot on Dark Horse then.
Sure thing.
If Dark Horse fails to kill here, which is possible, we just flamethrower, right? We just don't take the chance. I'll fall back to this full cover and take it. Like, they're at full health, they can afford to miss. I'd like to save this flamethrower to deal with the last two in case they're stuck in. Alright, good. And Shadow Stacks keeps them in stealth even. Over here, continue running away. Just make sure no one runs at you and kills you. Careless Rambler has already done a little bit. He could reload another gun. He could bandage throw. We'll bandage throw. Get Gentle Blade moving back up. Probably should have bandage thrown himself, honestly. Is that even viable? Can you do that? Anyway, last action. Where is my medic? You want to go be friends with him? Oh, well, he's not ready yet. The Sectoid can't get on the roof, so go up here to limit the number of people who could potentially see you and shoot you to just that Biotrooper. Oh, we have a flank shot on this Biotrooper now. Nice. Cool, now no one can shoot Careless Rambler.
What did you expect? My ammo's running low.
Gentle Blade still has a grenade, and usually that's not the best thing to be doing on your Templars, but I think in this case, it might actually be the #1 thing to do. Actually, looking at it, our lines of sight to the Sectoid sort of suck. We're not really that guaranteed to kill it. Dark Horse doesn't have demolition yet.
Not a problem.
What are our shots looking like against its half cover? It is in half cover, right? No, it's in full. In that case, we're going to take it slow for one round. Chip shots on shotguns. Why are you like this, Dark Horse? Anyway, it's fine. Just reload, suppress back here. No reason to move any closer. We'll finish him off next turn. Just continue being in safety. I don't really know or care where you go. The pocket corner back here seems fine. Move to this full cover. And bandage throw yourself. Is that possible? Oh my god, you can. And it even has a different animation like it logically should. Nice. Move forward, Overwatch. We're just pinning the Sectoid. It's kind of brutal at this point. We can take the slash and reposition, but honestly, that just sounds like it gives the Sectoid a way to get a wound it doesn't deserve. I'll just run up to block this ladder here on Midnight Emperor. Make sure it doesn't sprint into any awkward positions for us. Sectoid Soldier spends its final moments on a 0% shot. Now, if anyone would like to remind me that Dark Horse actually landed their shot and this was a guaranteed kill, feel free to do so, because you would be correct. But, I just didn't mentally process that I had dealt more than 1 damage because the odds were so low that it shouldn't have happened. Oh, there's the last Faceless. Well, thank you for not transforming and killing my Pioneer when it was hiding next to you with 1 health. I didn't even know you were in the room. Alright, everyone, come gather up for a team photo. Alright, everyone's gathering up on the edge. We're gonna kill the Faceless, and that's the end of the mission. I'm glad, actually, that my Pioneer is almost done, that things went so wrong for me at the end there. Because in the first half, when things were under control, I wasn't very happy with how I was feeling balance-wise, but seeing the final result, it feels like maybe we're okay. And also, part of the reason we're pulling the whole map is the Pioneer pushing us to play like that. We can play slower and more cautiously if we're not double-stacked on aggressive melee units like these. Who was the most likely to die this mission? Because it certainly wasn't Ricochet. My Reaper, probably. Hate to say it, but that's the case. Going through, is anyone close to promoting but not quite there? Is anyone just 1 kill off? Careless Rambler's real close, so I'll give it to them if no one else is closer. It's gonna go to Careless Rambler, which means someone else should shoot it first. Thanks for not kill stealing, that's usually how it goes once we get down to this point. Look, if you can't do it, then you don't deserve the promotion. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna give it to my Reaper, because my Reapers usually get used as scouts too much and don't actually get to participate, so they fall behind in experience. Soldiers wounded 5, only 1 killed. I'd honestly call that good for how bad it felt in the middle there. Got the kill like the first turn I was feeling safe. Dance went from 6 health to dead from a suicide flank and a 25%. Like, I don't know, I feel okay about that death. It's obviously bullshit, but I don't feel like I messed up too bad if it calls it. Because I specifically looked at it. I was looking at the tile scanning and talking about that being a suicide flank the AI shouldn't take. But I strongly suspect, having seen that Pathfinders are programmed to take this. And when I say suicide flank, what I mean is the tile they're moving to is flanked. AI should have a massive weight against moving there that it's going to balance against the benefits of getting a flank shot. And I think for Pathfinders, their weight for this is a flank shot is just like $signs for eyes, ignore all other considerations, take the flank based on that experience. 7 kills and 47 on Gentle Blade, which is pretty damn good. 4 and 21 on Midnight Emperor, which is more than I thought it would be, to be honest. Kangaroo Tycoon kind of not doing very much. They missed some pretty important suppression shots in the middle there. They didn't land very many shots. They were very frequently out of position because they were stuck in that no man's land where they couldn't get close enough to help. Deserved MVP, 10 kills, 52 damage. Easily the most under fire of anyone on the team. Ricochet Dance, actually having a really good final showing. Never missed a shot, 39 damage, didn't deserve it. And Careless Rambler, honestly, just doing miserably this mission. Worst performance we ever had from a field support. Medic actually doing really well, but still not getting a lot done. And Dark Horse having one of our weaker Combat Engineer games so far. Anyway, it's time to go shitpost on the memorial about how it's not our fault that he's dead. All of these new enemy mods are definitely making this tremendously harder. The Frost Troopers and the Pathfinders, especially in that mission, were just nightmares. I'm not against this, but you've got the colors all wrong. There, now it matches him and it's angry. That's much better. I think everyone who lived got a promotion except for maybe Careless Rambler. Yeah, they're right on the edge of Sergeant. Good job, idiot. Are they actually, like, literally 1 experience away? I think they are. We got some alloys, a core, always nice to see. The expanded mag is nice. We're pretty low on weapon upgrades this run, actually. We got a great big pile of corpses. We got an Advent mag cannon from the Mach X squad. That's really nice. So is the Shard gun. Those are both incredible drops. And the sniper rifle. Honestly, I think it's a good trade to give up Dance for this. The bad trade is the repair time on my Spark. Unlocked a bunch of autopsies and perks that keep selling all their corpses.
Commander.
Let's go see how long the repair time is on that Spark.
Just gives open.
So he's at 1 of 12 health, repairing for 26 days. So at 11 health points over 26 days, roughly every 2.5 days he gets a hit point
A
back.
hell of a job.
Odds are he doesn't get to go to my next mission.
That's all we've got.
And since my Pioneers actually take wounds this campaign, I think there's a very good chance I make my second Spark a Pioneer as well.
I'm more than happy to prove 'em
from wrong.
For now, let's go handle all these promotions. Now, in my previous campaign, I took Breakthrough, and I thought it was a really good decision at the time. But if I'm a lot more pressed for defense, I think Disruption Field is better. I've been making some really good use out of my Chem Thrower more than I was in my previous run, even though the range has been nerfed. And I think as a consequence, even without the Breakthrough movement, I'm just like very mobile still. Disruption Field lets me guarantee a miss for Kinetic Plating to get me some health. It gives me more defense for the round, but not enough to make them target anyone else. It's still less than half cover. So I think I'm going to take Disruption Field here. The top two that it's competing with are Chem Thrower Suppression, which is a really good suppression. It gives a -50 aim penalty and it's shooting a hell of a gun, but it's not important. Oh, also, Sparks, when they're wounded, they T-pose the whole time. In my headcanon, this means that we've turned them off. And Med Spray is an AoE heal, which means that theoretically it can be a tremendous heal, and in like Leviathan, I'll be interested in buying this to try to maximize value out of the squad. But for your day-to-day missions, this just never comes into play. So I'm going to be taking Disruption Field instead of Breakthrough this campaign. Coming over to Coyote, they made it to Sergeant on Medic. We're going to be taking the Advanced Trauma Kits for Revive Charges and Bleed Outs instead. If we had that mission, then maybe Dance would still be alive. Our Templar is reaching Sergeant, and we're taking Consecrated Blades. Every point of focus you have gives you another half a point of damage. And since the main thing the Templar is doing is stabbing, this is really, really valuable. Soulbind just isn't really worth thinking about to me. Rend attacks that don't kill can still give you focus, but I very rarely take those. Rend attacks that do kill give you 1 hit point, which is incredibly minor. If you need healing, you need more than that. Castigate's interesting. It applies a 30% debuff to Will and Psi offense, as well as a 10% debuff to hit and crit chance on anyone you target with a focus-consuming ability. But ultimately, the whole discussion just comes down to, the main ability I'm targeting is Consecrated Blade, so I'm taking that. And it does have a downside. The maximum focus your Templar has is permanently reduced by 1. So instead of going from 3 to 4 like it normally would, we've dropped it back down to 3. But the additional damage on this is just too valuable not to take. Like if there was a perk for Marines that just gave them more gun damage, I couldn't not pick it. And that's what this is, essentially. Speaking of Marines, Kangaroo Tycoons are ranking up and getting covering fire to be much better at their job. Dark Horse is apparently a squatty, but they sure as hell don't perform like one. We'll be picking up a smoke screen on them. Midnight Emperor out for 17 days after their first mission, but at least they got their rank up. So Reapers are weird because I'm going to be taking Phase, specifically due to how it combos with Vanish. Phase gives you Shadow Step, which is nice but largely unimportant to me. And more importantly, Reposition, which lets you move after taking a flanking shot. Vanish lets you reconceal at the end of your turn and the start, instead of waiting for all the enemies to go and then trying to reconceal. And it also gives you a once per mission just usable ability to get your concealment back. The big thing here is when used together, you take a flank shot, you break line of sight, you reconceal. You have so much more control with your Reaper when you unlock that set of movement abilities that it's hard to argue for anything else in either of these tiers. And there's some good shit competing with them. Death Throw Above and Hawkeye are incredible. Hawkeye gives you 8 additional range on your vision and your weapon. Infiltration gives you 30 hacking, honestly not a big deal, but it also makes Advent security towers not detect them, which is sometimes incredibly relevant. And more importantly, you get 2 shadow stacks every time you reconceal, whereas normally when you reconceal, you only get 0, not even the normal 1. You get nothing, and next turn you start building them. So the stuff it's up against is nice, but the way I played them, Phase and Vanish together is just worth so much to me. Which isn't to say that I'm not strongly considering next rank just using XCOM AP to buy both Hawkeye and Death from Above to really aggressively make this a better character. One thing I messed up in my last campaign is I wasn't aggressively spending AP on these hero units, and I really should be. And that just leaves a bunch of wounded rookies, the people who went on that mission and got wounded, 17 days on our Reaper, 16 on Rambler, 15 on Dark Horse, 13 on Gentle Blade. Just a rough mission. We're still 10 days tired on Coyote. And our pool of ready soldiers has diminished considerably. Before we move on though, we need to go to Fallen Soldiers. Ricochet Dance is just easily the best soldier we've lost so far. What are you dead to? Biotrooper? Nah, I wish it told the truth and said that you were dead to Pathfinders. It's sort of fourth wall breaking, but I think as a favor to the Fallen, please nerf Pathfinder spawn rates might be appropriate. There were kind of a lot on that mission. Of the like 30 enemies we saw, I think we saw 4 to 6 of them, which is a substantial percentage for just like one mod. And hopefully the next mission will come soon, because I'm almost out of recording time. Destroyed convoy for supplies, not interested. But I can't make contact either, so I've got to do something. I'm low on supplies. I'm going to make a brief stop at the black market and sell everything I have. We're not going to be doing these chrysalid autopsies for a very long time. You can have all of those. Lost corpses are not worth much to me. I'll keep a couple to make sure I have enough, however many I need for the mimic beacons. Not mimic beacons, lost lures, because those can really help. I will need trooper corpses relatively soon. I don't know how many, though. I could definitely sell some of them. I don't need purifier corpses at all. That's just not important to me. Maybe I do. I don't remember what you get from their autopsy, so I'm going to leave it for now. I don't need the wide angle nozzle because it's glitched. It doesn't work right. I don't need these mock axe chips. Don't need the weapon fragments. And I think that's it for now. Another 100 supplies, but it's enough to take a little bit of pressure off of us. Which only leaves scanning sites of supplies and nothing else. So that narrows it down. We're doing supplies. No, we're not. We're going to go to Skirmisher HQ. Because we've already done the Dark events this month and the Haven Retile, I don't think we need to worry about our troops being wounded. We can coast on what we have left through the rest of the month. We should be okay on that. And we can just focus on building our workshop faster. Which, yes, I do believe is more important. Right, I need to go to the Templar HQ for about 2 days. Just 2. To get War-Eater back on deck fast enough to do this hack stacking mission, because there is 5 hacks sitting in the Covert Op rewards right now. So let's do this. I know, the Avatar project's still there. We'll deal with it eventually, hopefully. For now, just keep scanning at Templar HQ. Alright, so we advance the chain, which means we have an infiltration mission to line up. Oh, Christ, it's Psionic Storm. It's a Templar-affiliated operative. Let's send every melee unit we've got, and if we don't have enough, we'll send some more. We have Phoenix Point, our assault, and I think that might just be it. So we'll promote a second assault for this. Congratulations, Tricky Omega, and also sorry about the incoming hair dye. Prowling Magus is already the right color to be made into a sapper, and we turn out to need some more sappers. So, congratulations on your new class. I promise it's a very safe occupation. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm debating just sending Team Shotgun Gang. 2 assaults, 2 sappers, 2 combat engineers, 4 defensive mines. Absolutely fuck your Psionic Storm reinforcements, we're not doing it. But honestly, Psionic Storm's so scary that I just, like, this is the sort of mission you send the extra people on. You could over-infiltrate with this gang, but I think you'd be better off sending 8. And we want to round out our shotguns with somebody long-ranged. We've got Night Fright already promoted to Marksman. Still disguised, apparently. I think it's kind of just, like, obviously correct to send Kangaroo Tycoon, get them the rest of the way to Sergeant. They're just valuable on the team. Make anything that's not on the squad available to give them the best chance they have, because this is just a terrifying mission type. It's very hard. As the best assault, I'll be giving the Shard Gun over to Phoenix Points. It wouldn't be weird to include a medic on the team, but I think this might be, like, a Screw Medics full proactivity team. A medic would only be valuable if they have the ability to revive, and I don't believe I have any Sergeant Medics available at the minute. Now, quickly looking at the number of classes I have available, I might be very low on Medics as well. I've only got 3, and much like Marksman and Tech Specialist, I do need a 4th one for sure, but this is a hard mission. I can't be sending newly promoted squaddy medics on this. So yeah, front and center, we've got Shotgun Gang, 2 assaults, 2 combat engineers, 2 sappers, and in the back we have the long-range support with the Marksman Rifle and the Exalt Long Lance. This is the best we've got. We could theoretically put on civilian disguises, but I learned my lesson last campaign. You don't do that in real infiltrations. Good luck, team. Sucks to have all my best gear away, but that mission type deserves the respect I'm giving it. Warrior is currently out for 3 days. That's including our doubled speed from being here, so we need to keep scanning. As soon as I see him pop back up, new covert action to rescue an engineer, and War-Eater might also actually just be here. They're back in 15 hours, so we can leave the Templar HQ. We've done enough. We do have to start this infiltration chain, though, which is rough. Because that's going to stress our soldier roster pretty hard. We might just stay here instead of going to Skirmisher HQ. We might just need to be here for the troops. Now, I was saying that I need to make a new medic and a new marksman. And I don't really have good missions to send them on right now, so I may as well just send them on this to get them a little bit more experience, I think. I joined XCOM, and they said I needed to get a green outfit, and I was okay with that. And then they said I needed a green gun, and I mean, that's fine, but... Then they said I needed to get green eyes. And I don't know about that one, but it's too late to go back, I guess. Honestly, the chrysalid mask isn't that much less distinctive than a normal face. Maybe put on some sort of obvious mask. The official story is that this is a cosplay and not your real face. Negate the soldier wound for money. Don't feel like doing that. Good luck, you two.
Understood.
And yeah, as rough as our current state is with all of the nonsense happening, I think we keep healing at Templar HQ until we're officially done. That was War Eater coming back on duty, alongside Bio Banshee and Pure Mischief. Looks like we have to build another civilian disguise. I did a quick double check. Bio Banshee's a sergeant, but there are no sergeant-locked missions I actually need right now. So I'm going to send her on this mission because it will actually meet the bond threshold for the next level. Not that we're going to be able to do anything with that for a very long time, but it also makes the mission go a little bit faster. Anyway, good luck you two, try not to die, so on and so forth. Lots of these are in progress at the minute. It's where all of my soldiers are busy. How many people are actually wounded? How much value do we get out of staying at Templar? 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 5 days. It's not worth being here right now. We have enough for an assault, which is the most we're getting, I guess. We don't have enough intel to do anything else, so we're just coming over and building faster at Skirmisher, I guess. Scanning for a shitty amount of supplies doesn't seem like it's a good way to spend my time compared to getting the workshop faster. Supply drop is done. We never did see that second set of Dark Event missions, which is how it's supposed to be. I don't know what caused that glitch last time, but it appears to be gone. One avatar progress, which is good, but we only stopped 1 retaliation, did 2 guerrilla ops, only 3 missions that month. It's just all the covert actions. We did 5, and we started like another 7 that aren't done yet. Alright, good to know. What's the Chosen up to? She's reached tier 2, so now she's going to do the new thing, which is... training. Alright, I don't like that, but nothing I can do about it. Now, these dark events that are coming are Undying, Loyalty, Hidden, and Rural checkpoints. All of these would suck. Hidden events are always terrifying. Rural checkpoints just cripples your economic situation. Because even if I don't really care about supplies that much, losing half of my normal supply income is a lot. So I want to stop all of this, but I literally have not and cannot contact a 3rd region yet. So yeah, not a lot I can do to fix it. I just need a mission type to give me intel. We don't need to get those supplies immediately. We will probably do that. We need the intel. So I consider this a bug, but it's a base game bug with no clean solution, and I'm going to capitalize on it. My current Recruit Skirmishers mission has 3 days left, so they're willing to let me get another one this month too. I was wondering if that was a thing I could do, and the answer is yes, which is amazing. Now, normally I'd keep going here, but I've been recording for 2 hours right now, and I'm actually out of time to record any further. So I'm gonna have to start next episode with the strategy layer. Hopefully we're pretty close to our first mission. I can't imagine it takes too long with all these dark events. Anyways, enough rambling. I've been Rather Incoherent. Hope you liked the episode. Hope you're enjoying the series. Hope you didn't like Ricochet Dance, because if you did, you're probably sad. And I'll see you in the next one.